They don't drill the kids
When you
as much
say
as
when you say drilling, what you mean?
what I mean is that they actually teach them, but they handle them softly.
So
See, when
you want them to be handled with iron hand.
no, not iron hand, so to say, but they should give them harder lessons. Make sure that they get it. When they give them light examples, then during exams they introduce them to more difficult example. But that is not the case with what we have in Africa. In Africa, they drill them, they give them take-home assignments. They give them assignments that, in fact, it is even a difficult task for the parents. Weekend, they don't come home with any task. So,
So they are supposed to be busy all the time.
of course, sure, yeah. When we get assistance from home, it makes them do better.
For me, I just believe that this long summer holiday is a long time for him, my son, to just be at home without doing anything academic. So I just felt that it's important for him to keep up with schoolwork, and to get lesson teachers from here is actually very expensive because they all charge per hour, just the same way. It's just like going to work and getting paid per hour, and it will be so expensive for me.
People do that because we feel like the education system here is not as intense and as rigorous as what the children had back home. Back home, kids were usually exposed to 10, 11, 12 subjects, and still when they come back home, they have loads of assignments to do. So the greater portion of the child's day is focused on gathering theoretical knowledge and doing bookwork. That is what we used to see as education, or high quality education back home. But I think the difference here is that they do not just focus on bombarding children with theoretical knowledge as we do back home. They try to provide holistic education. So the child is not just gaining theoretical knowledge, the child is also given an opportunity to develop mentally and develop their social skills, their social capacity. Children are allowed to develop physically. So they try to make sure that every aspect of that child goes through education. So you see, that disparity in approach is what is still affecting some of us who are Nigerian parents, immigrants here in the UK. We just can't wrap our heads around the fact that, oh, these children, they don't do so much, they don't have so many subjects, they go out for breaks so many times during school hours and still come home and they don't have loads of assignments. It's strange. It's a strange terrain for us. So because of how we're wired from back home, being very competitive in bookwork, we think, our children are not getting enough, so let's bombard them here. So the only way they can do that is by getting an extra lesson teacher from Nigeria to still apply Nigerian approach to the children while the kids are here. Secondly, I also think that one of the reasons people do that is because they do not have the time to spend with their children doing some school exercises with them. So they recruit a lesson teacher from Nigeria who could help cover that aspect for them while they focus on other things like job and doing what they need to do to keep life moving. Oh, yes, I have tried it in the past, but that wasn't because I thought the educational system here wasn't doing enough. I did that because during the holidays, children have so much time in their hands, playing, doing other things. So I did that as a way to curb on screen time, just to have someone still doing some form of theoretical knowledge acquisition with them during the holidays.
My child is just 20 months and he's not allowed school yet, but I put him in the nursery. So when I get a lesson teacher from back home for him, it's going to help him do really well in school activities rather than just being on the screen all the time.
I will say I will not second that because
Why?
we have other lesson teachers here who are Nigerians. Let me not say Nigerians alone, but who are also from Africa that can do same job. Why will they contract something they can know they can give to Nigerians or Africans here? Why would they give it to people abroad when they know they can actually get those same help here? That's actually my take on it.
I think it's a good one. It's a good one. I actually have a friend's daughter that do that, and I think it's really helping her. She has really been improving compared to what she's been taught here. So I think it's a good one.
So are you saying what is taught here is not enough?
Not really, but I think it's enlightening them more when you are being taught in Nigeria, because that's where we are from, and it's make them understand, give them more moral compared to how they are being taught here.
So if you were to choose between the Nigerian teaching system and the UK teaching system, which one would you choose?
When it comes to the morality, I'll choose Nigeria, because yeah, when once they don't know it, I believe they don't know it. But in Nigeria, we try to put in more effort in it.
There are aspects that the school here can do better, and there are some people that they like online stuff. Even moving on, even moving over here, there are some people that still believe that everything in Nigeria is good, in the sense that the only thing that is bad government and insecurity and stuff like that. So maybe a parent believes that the standard of education in Nigeria, to him or her, that he trusts the teacher, can still contact the teacher back home in Nigeria. Do here, of course, I'm a student, so the standard of education here is good. If I have a kid, by the grace of God, in the future,
Or maybe when you have a kid.
yeah. When I have a kid, well, I have to. Well, anybody, I have to discuss it with my wife or anybody. If it feels better to contact a teacher from Nigeria, that's okay.